about preparing for death. I think they are lower level here. The lower level, the entry level, is a little bit outlined in this Stephen Jenkinson's book called Die Wise. That's a powerful book. Stephen Jenkinson, still alive. He said to thousands and thousands of people dying. I will send a homework was an interview. And that one just simply brings it out of repression, because there's a deep repression of dying in our society, and therefore the repression of the discomfort and the unease and the fear. The source of all fears in our life, all fears are from a fear of the ending of me. All anxieties and what they think of me and running out of money and all of that. If you trace it, don't believe me, but I kind of got verified that. That's what the sages told. I verified it. If you follow down the line, up the chain, it's the fear of dying. And it's not even dying. It's the fear of disappearing, of not existing, of over. And in the book, Die Wise, the guy talks so much about it from his experience and saying how people, they are dying, they are sick, and they are avoiding it, and the family is avoiding it, and they want to face it, and they put, oh, he's healing, he's getting better, palliative care, blah, blah. The whole book might be a little disturbing and is going to throw in your face, but with examples and with little stories of the reality of, so just to simplify that it's not repressed anymore, it's in our face, and we're aware of it, that it starts to feel uncomfortable. That is the first step. Now, in terms of spirituality, and so basically to face it, to not in denial of it. There was this master, Jed McKenna, was saying that, yeah, and actually Gurdjieff too, in his biggest book, I don't know if you know that, Peter Nell, but in Beelzebub's Tales, he describes humanity for like 30,000 years, how they are fucked. And they are totally fucked. And then the grandson asks this wise creature, like, Beelzebub, so then what? Is there any hope for these creatures on this earth? Is there any hope for them? It's so fucked. And Beelzebub, who was like Gurdjieff, will say, yeah, well, there is, but it is very hard. If somehow we could install in them, in their psychic, some factor that will constantly remind them that they are going to die, constantly reminding them every day in a feeling way, that may be a chance for them to start to live according to a more conscious life, But anyway, getting a little more deeper, more esoteric, preparation for dying is to die before dying. Basically, what is afraid of dying, and this is this me afraid, this feeling of I, this is the ego, and we are boosting it and feeding it. It's the false self with which everybody identifies with, is me. And we live as this me. The ultimate preparation for death is for that to weaken and to die to that gradually, or in some major ways, or gradually. That's what Easy Death, there's a book, very thick book, Easy Death. It's about all throughout life to die as a small being from moment to moment. So this ego structure to get more thinner and thinner, because otherwise, if we are just waiting, if that is left intact and strong, the boss, if this me is the boss all our life, then we are sick, get diagnosis, or last moment, this me is gonna fucking freak out. and is going to resist it, and it's going to feel very uncomfortable, because, and so the idea is to make this more smoother, is to this dying, basically, this dying before we die. And this mindfulness or being aware, it's kind of a gradual way of seeing that this I, this me, is an illusion, and there's this presence. And again, this me comes like me charged, me judgment, me I want, it's not just words, it's a feeling, it's a setting of our consciousness. And yeah, that's basically to die before the death of the body, to have the false sense of me weaken a lot or die before the actual time. That will make it for a smooth, easy experience.